Everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This little guy's Popeye. Amelia's taking a nap upstairs. We're the RC Sailors. Welcome to our RC family. This should be a really fun video. It's one of a style that we did back in 2017. We didn't really do any lists except for the end of the year.
Monthly lists, yeah.
In 2018, here we are 2019. You guys like the idea of us revisiting some of our favorite RCs. So what better way to do that than our top 5 favorite list for all the RCs that we did in January of 2019. So
yeah, we did 31 videos for the month of January, so it was kind of hard to pick a top 5.
It really was. We had to really sit down and hash it out together and narrow it down. There are a couple good solid runner-ups too, but just when compared to the best in that category, it just got to pick top 5. So that's exactly what this video is. Now our rules and stipulations for our list are simple. In order to make the list, you had to be on our channel in the month of January 2019. Starting off with 2 solid runner-ups, what do you think what do we do?
They were awesome, but they were both drones, but unfortunately the trucks kind of took over this month.
We had some good trucks.
So we did have 2 runner-ups in addition to our top 5. The first one being the Eachine EX2 Mini.
Now that was a lot like the Bugs Mini, okay? So the Bugs, you guys, it's a great drone, and I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's brushless, it's small. You can fly it in your front yard or backyard or take it out to a baseball field, which is kind of what we did. We just had a lot of fun with that. I highly recommend it, but it's not quite on the list.
And the other one was the Small Pepper.
Yeah, and the Small Pepper is a perfect little indoor flyer to get you through the winter. It's 5.8 gigahertz FPV, and it just flew really well. It's a really nice ready to fly setup. If you missed those videos, please go check them out because they are worth your time. They're really solid runner-ups, and if this were another month and those 2 were in that month, they probably would have been top 5, but believe it or not, we picked 5 things that we liked even more than those.
Number 5 on our list is the Blade 70S Heli.
And we actually just flew that on the channel yesterday. We really like it, and I mean, that should show you how much we like it. We've kept it since day 1, and it's been 6 months now. Flew it again for you guys to show you how awesome it is even inside. And then here it is making our top 5 list for January. That's a really good little RC helicopter. It's just good quality. If you want a solid quality little helicopter to learn on, that's the one to go with. It's not going to break the bank. You can get the feel of flying. It feels pretty much like a bigger helicopter, except you maybe can't handle quite as much wind on a very windy day. Although we did fly it outside, you should definitely check out both of those videos if you're a helicopter person. Very solid helicopter. Horizon Hobby backs it, so you have spare part availability. You might even be able to find spare parts in some of your local hobby shops, but you don't really have to worry about, can I find an extra battery for it? Can I buy extra blades if I do crash or something? They're gonna have that stuff, and that means a lot. So that's why it makes number 5. But Abby and I, probably our least favorite style of RC might be helicopters, because we just don't fly in that much, and the big stuff is kind of dangerous. So I'd say that's why that's number 5. But of helicopters, that's got to be one of our favorites of all time.
For sure. Number 4 on our list is the Red Cat Racing Everest Generation 7.
Yeah.
That's Nate's truck.
I probably should have waited a month and got the Gen 8, but I just couldn't help myself. A friend of mine was looking at crawlers, and we were looking at Red Cat Racing stuff, and it's Dan and I decided to get the Gen 7 together, and I think like the day after we bought it, we found out the Gen 8 was coming out. But we were committed. We liked the idea of it, and I'm so glad I kept it. If you haven't seen my crawling video where we took the Gen 7s out for the first time, I took that thing through just tons of water, and it hasn't had a single issue. Even on that nickel metal hydride battery, I drove like an hour, maybe a little longer than an hour. You messing with Popeye?
Yes.
and I even added about a $20 light bar to the top that was extremely easy to install, and it looks really good. I love the attention to detail. And if you don't want to spend the extra money on the...
That's right, Bobby's facing it. Fine.
Here, buddy, it's right there. If you don't want to spend the extra money on the Pro version, you can get the Red Cat Racing Everest Gen 7 for $200, which is that's a great price for the Sport. But I do recommend, because I had the Sport in front of me compared to a Pro, which is very odd for me to do. I never have that good of an opportunity.
You did that last month.
Yes, but we drove it again in January, so that's why I got to make this list. I like the Pro way more. $80 more, but you're getting a lot for that $80. I think if you went out and tried to buy all the individual stuff from the sport and then buy the accessories and make it a pro, it'd probably cost like 500 bucks. I mean, you're really getting a good bang for your buck when you just buy the pro right out of the gate. It's a really good crawler. I like it a lot.
Number 3 on our list, and we decided to only pick one, but we really like both of them. We went with the Armas Typhoon, which is a 1/8 scale buggy, and this thing is beastly. And I say we decided to pick this one because the Armas sent in short course truck, it's a 10th scale 4-wheel drive truck, is just as good. But we decided that we really like buggies, and that one, just something about it, just the way it looks, it's just nice. Driving
it too, I felt like, even though it was only like 3 miles an hour slower than the Senton, I know that if you take I think it's a 26 tooth pinion gear. 24 was it?
I think so, yeah.
Somewhere around there. And you slap that in there, you can easily hit 70 miles an hour with everything else stock. 70 miles an hour. Now the Typhoon, the buggy, the one that is on our list, we like that more. I like it more because I feel like I have more control over it. You remember the Senton, the short course truck? It got up to speed.
Yeah, it got some lift to it.
Parachute.
Yeah.
That body would actually create so much lift that it would like parachute. So that's amazing that it can do that. But I like having control over something that's going as fast as my real car can go. So the Typhoon definitely takes the cake for that. It's 4-wheel drive. It's ready to run right out of the box, hitting crazy speeds. I mean, that's insane. I mean, I'm so impressed with Armas now. They've always been at the top of our list, some of our favorites. What Armas is doing now competes with some of the biggest names out there.
We just can't say it.
Just can't say the name. You guys, to those of you that have been following us for a while, you know exactly who we're talking about. It's a real shame, but it's the truth. And I love that they're giving them a run for their money now. It's really awesome.
Number 2 on our list is actually Nate's number 1 pick.
It is my number 1
But we both agreed that we really liked our number 1 pick, so we went with that. But anyways, number 2 on our list is the Emax Tiny Hawk.
Oh, I love this thing. I think it's the smallest brushless FPV drone I've flown. I think I've flown a lot of drones. It's really hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure it is. And it's definitely the most fun. I love race drones. I really do. I'm not great at flying them. I'm okay at flying them. Race drone people don't watch our channel a whole lot. We'll put it that way. But I just have a blast with it. Even if I'm just out kind of hovering around and stuff and just flying level and flying around the house or something. This thing is great. It is small enough you can fly it inside. Just slow your flight down a little bit. It has those permanent prop guards, part of the frame, that makes it really durable. And you can take it outside if you want to, which we did, and just zip it around. I love that it came with a case. It's completely ready to fly. You've got the goggle option in there too, which you don't have to go with. You can get bind and fly if you want, but to the beginner in the hobby, or just the person that doesn't want to take the time to bind something up and possibly mess something up, you can get the ready to fly version. 2 giant thumbs up. Everything looked crystal clear while I was flying. My range had no issues for a small drone that I'd want to fly, just kind of around like a block area or a baseball field or something. I loved it, and you haven't even flown it yet.
No, I have not.
You really have to give this thing a shot. I want to get extra batteries for it.
That's probably why it wasn't my number 1 pick.
Yeah, if you flew it, I think it would be. The extra batteries are really cheap too. They're just little 1-cell batteries, and I think I can get like 5 of them for 15 bucks or so. And that's what I have on the way. So once I have 6 total batteries, you're gonna love it. We'll just take turns flying it.
Cool.
It's a really good drone. I highly recommend it. You guys, if you missed that video, please go check it out. Actually, I think I set maybe some kind of a world record in that video because I held Amelia while I flew.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a world record.
I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to do that, to hold the kid with the. I might be. If I'm wrong, show me. I'd love to see that.
First to videotape it.
Yeah.
You know, world record, because that takes a lot of talent.
I'm not saying it took talent, I'm just saying I did it.
Alright, and
I'll never be the fastest guy around the lap. Let me have this, please.
our #1 pick, which was my #1 and Nate's #2. But
when Abby said it, I was like, yeah, okay, I can see this being my #1. So.
Is the Rocksta Basher Rocksta, whichever order it is. I don't know.
It's a funny name.
These are 1/24.
They're tiny.
Scale?
They're tiny.
1/28 scale? I can't remember exactly the scale.
About that.
Very tiny rock crawlers, and we did an indoor course right here in our family room, and it was so much fun. And the coolest thing about this crawler is the different driving options that you have. 4
driving options.
Even in just the basic regular driving mode, which is what I did the entire video, it did awesome.
It was amazing.
It was really good.
Yeah. I like that they're 4-wheel drive. They have metal gears inside. Now this is actually the second version of them. They had another version.
Wasn't it a flop?
No, it did okay.
It stripped.
They would strip, yeah, because they were just built to like climb. And unfortunately, people would put them in tight spots and they would strip those gears out. Well, now they've got metal gears in them, and that's just not happening. Abby and I had ours on a little blanket in the corner here, and they were kind of on top of each other during the course. And she was going one way and I was going the other, and they're unstoppable. I mean, you could just hear them, the power of the two of them clashing against each other, climbing over one another, and nothing stripped, nothing snapped.
I guarantee you 6 months from now, this is something you'll see on the channel again.
Outside, sure. Probably. Yeah. They are, that's one that we're going to do a follow-up on to see if they're holding up well, because they got them both on my desk back here. I'm ready to drive them whenever we got a few extra minutes. Amelia's asleep and we're not doing videos. They're ready to go. Yeah, they are amazing. You guys need to pick them up because you can drive them outside. They're so small you can take them wherever you're going. You leave them in your car if you want to. Leave them inside. So if you're bored and it's during the football game or whatever and you got some time during the commercial, zip it around, you know, if the kids' toys are out, crawl all over the toys. They are fun. They're big enough you could put an FPV camera on them too, so you could drive these FPV. Really a blast.
So that's our top 5 list for January. If you guys missed any of these videos, I highly recommend that you check them out, because we know it's hard to catch us every single day when we post every day, but these are the videos you need to make sure you go back and watch, or if you've already watched them, go rewatch it, because we love these products.
Absolutely. We'll have everything that we mentioned in this video linked in the description box below, even the 2 runner-ups, because they're worth your time.
And leave us a comment and let us know if you agree with our picks. Go look at all our videos from January and see let us know what your top 5 picks would be. I would really like to know that.
Me too. Stuff that's been on our channel. We can't pick something that we haven't done, so. Of course. Now you can make a recommendation of something you'd like to see. We love hearing from you guys. We always take the time to read all the comments. We do our best to reply to as many of you as we can. And it's so awesome. We just hit 165,000 subscribers very recently.
We're almost at 166.
Pretty crazy. I just can't believe it. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Everything you do for us, that's so great. If you like this top list, give it a thumbs up. That'll do a lot for us. And it'll let us know if you want to see more of these going into 2019. Do you like the monthly recaps? I hope so, because I like looking back and seeing what my favorite stuff was. It's a lot of fun. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye!